arrived with, a path of what they call a dry farmer that they have met along the way, a path of our ancestors when we come from this third to the fourth world. And within this, they call their earth guardian, the guardian of the land, Masa, the caretaker of Mother Earth. And in the Dagara cosmology, the keepers of the earth realm are Tingan and Timbalu. However, on the prophecy rock of the Hopi, the material path literally ends. It ends rather abruptly. And the spiritual path just kept going. So at the beginning of this fourth world, there's this picture of Masa. He is also standing at the end, which is basically, it means that he is the first and he is also the last, the spirit of the land. And the elders knew that the rocky road leads to
Inshallah. Oh, my hat. Fixing the hat, fixing the hat. It's all right, right? It's all good. Inshallah and Ashe. So when our field of emotions becomes real, and emotions really do carry so much vital information. It's actually the largest energetic field in water. Water is the element of our emotions. The world, water appears to be evaporating, the body's water. Emotions possibly dissipating. It's kind of curious. So with emotions on the stage today, that's the main ingredient in the cosmic soup in the season of reality in the high heart. This really is about soliciting solitude. The first stage is all about connecting to aspects of ourselves that we've literally put under the rug, those childlike wonders, the inspiration of like little kids, the splash effect. Those sensations have really hidden messages in them. It's kind of like the hidden messages of water or in water, emoto. So you may have become oversensitive today, or you may be riding that frequency, just hyper aware of all of your feelings, goods and the bads ones. However, if you can take the stage just honing in on that frequency or toning into it of those emotions, the hidden medicine, the medicine of the emotion, showing you where in your reality an aspect of your life is where the feelings, the auric field of emotions, is showing you this message. So being that it's going to start bubbling up to the surface, things hidden under the rug, in the walls, stuff that we don't want to participate in possibly, it could be a sensation that's actually held you back, an emotion that you don't really want to address. That's why they're bubbling up. They too have a purpose. So you may become hyper aware of these bubbling throughs of these sensations. And the messages of water, I still go back to emoto and the water, the conversations with water and what happens. So it is actually a magical day to really ground into water, cleansing, reconciling the waters, the emotions, to become clear waters, clarity, the path of clarity. So calling in the streams of grace, streams of compassion. And it is a Thankful Thursday. Welcome to the Daily Snippet. Once again, I am your host. I'm a practicing holistic shaman and medium, an otherworldly life coach, and a subtle energetic surgeon. But I do go by the term holistic Sha medium. And my intention is to utilize the power of the indigenous technologies, the ways of these indigenous cultures, the elemental realms, our original divine blueprint, to navigate our soul's harmonic, the ninth energetic center, outside of us through these elemental realms into the imaginal, the shaman's portal, into that gateway with the cosmos, subtle energies, and really so much more, with offerings, prescriptions, and ritual to really add to your personal container. Rituals are food for the soul. So it's our personal medicine, our prime directive, really assisting us in discovering our inner genius, our unique personal medicine, the star that I believe we all are. Just reintroducing you to that magical essence so your starlight shines even brighter. So yeah, my name is Tanya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And if you have yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Authentically Heartfelt, it's all about the heart, please do. Again, Tanya D, and a shout out to all of my new subscribers, viewers, and listeners. I can see that you are loving the Musing Moon meditations. Those are kind of really fun. I actually love doing them, but they're growing, they're expanding. Go ahead and hit the bell button, share, so you are notified as well. And just also note that a comment or share does get you a message for your day to get you on your way, or the weekend, whatever is happening, and just echoing out the algorithm to other like-minded musers out in the galactic universe. who may also muse about the cosmic highway, the other world, the world of spirit, the beings that are otherworldly, and so much more, energetically healing through the elemental realm. You can also find me on other social platforms like TikTok, which is going viral, Facebook, Instagram, and my Musing with Tanya D podcast, which the beginning of the show is just a little snippet of my recent podcast. And if your soul does wish to dive on deeper into the realms of the other world, head on over to the Musing Corridor. This is my digital library in the sky. It's a venue where you have some amazing opportunities and options to really assist you and to guide you, along with a private sacred circle, a community to utilize as well, a container. I really am your shamanic otherworldly assistant. You truly are your own healer. Sometimes we just need an otherworldly perspective, seeing with a different sight or a different pair of eyes to look in, making us feel vulnerable and possibly uncomfortable. But being that the energy of today is actually ruled by the moon, the goddess of the night, in the season of the sun, Leo, how have we been treating our emotional self? Are we pouring love into our emotional foundation, our sacral center? Those things are going to be coming to the surface, those feelings being felt. You know, if you're having feelings of doubt, worry, scarcity, even the history of them being repressed, oppressed, depressed, you know, the lower stuff, these are hidden messages. So meditate on any feeling that comes streaming in to those sensations and stream in the sensation of love, the sun, into them. Seeing where these streams literally stemmed from its own matrix. Emotional river streams, just like the river streams over the earth, and allowing them to flow as they may become a little more intense, possibly a little rapid waters, kind of seeing streams of waters, river streams, the rapids, just trying to hold them back. So the hidden messages of water, emotions, before entering a dream state, just visualize a feeling that you wish to feel over the next year. Feeling into the frequency, frequent a new state of emotion. And also just a few announcements with the new moon, Virgo style, being on the stage, you may experience a breakdown in your inner reality. So just be aware of what you're frequenting in the emotional field. It's kind of a gravitational one, a polarity where we law of attract the sensation that we're feeling. So, you know, it's kind of a hypergate reality with this moon, actually. So it's like, what do you wish to attract? That really is the long pour. And what is the vision? What conditions have you placed upon yourself that's holding your field back, your energetic, emotional field from becoming the star that you are? And the meditation portal, Virgo, streaming in September 4th, that is open for you to join as well. 10 a.m. Mountain Time, so get on the list. And if your body is calling for a 101, brought to the West by Elder Melodoma Some, the ancient art of cowrie shell divinations, indigenous technologies. I'm blessed and so lucky to be certified by Melodoma to do these divinations. But seriously, rituals are food for the soul, the cosmic debris, the energetic hiccups. So just investing in your personal medicine, you know, that's the message. So go ahead and schedule a session if your heart is open to that. And again, the Witcher's Way to Monetize Your Medicine, which is all about personal medicine, actually. Manifesting. So we're in the season of Virgo, and when a Virgo believes, a Virgo manifests. But it has to be a heartfelt belief. So if there's any Virgos tuning in, and if you're ready to monetize your medicine, the waitlist is also open for a Witcher's Way to Manifest. So join the waitlist for round 2. It's about setting the energetic foundation, cleansing of the spheres, things to address. And then we go into the chambers of the heart, the octaves of the heart, into the emotional field. So it's a process. The links are in the show notes as well. So what resonates with you? I have metal out there. We're in a metal season, and we are overly metallized, I should say, or mineralized, possibly. Not enough minerals, actually. So we have the matrix, we have a computer board, chipboard, and we also have construction tools, all the frequency of the vibration of metal. This is refined in a weird way, but it is young because it's excessive. That's kind of what's happening to nature, just saying. So on the elemental highway, speaking of nature, we've got a yang metal dog of a day, a Geng Zhu, and a Wu Shen. Say that 5 times, right? But it's heavy. This is all yang energy. We do have some hidden yin metal and yin fire. So our metal is rooted, it is grounded. But our day, it's very strong. It's in its element, yang metal and the monkey. So metal is prosperous, it's growing, it is rooted. So is the earth. Yang earth is also rooted in the dog. Yang water is actually rooted as well in the monkey. But yin fire, it's in storage. But a candle is very much needed to forge our day into something useful. Remember, dogs are loyal, a loyal dog. This is probably like a white dog in color, kind of like a husky or something like that, and white, a white colored husky. That's what I see there. But yang wood, so the tiger is keeping the unrefined metal busy, and we definitely need the yin fire, not yang fire, by the way, for our day to be functional and to work. It's the necessary ingredient. So light a candle, maybe get an indoor plant to nurture, possibly a succulent or a cactus, dry earth, right? The neighboring god is called the poet, so that's coming in from the month. And the year god is the artistic or the artist. So it's a very artistic kind of word of a day, expressing our emotions through words. Extremely rare, unique, extraordinary artistic skills, the luxury of the tune-in. So yin fire, meditation with the flame of a candle if you can. And at the hour of the rooster, we have a metal direction, which is the west. And at the hour of the horse, we have a fire trine. So tiger, horse, and dog create the fire trine, and the monkey, the rooster, and the dog create the metal direction, which we did have yesterday at the hour of the dog. So pretty curious. So different energies creating elemental strength. So the fire trine is going to forge the metal. So this is about inspiration, being inspirited. Those kinds of things are streaming in. So pretty curious there. So off to the messages. Type in your comment. So again, we've got metal, big metal tractors moving debris and construction, Ferngully depression. We've got a computer board, and we have the matrix. Anybody feeling the matrix? Okie dokie. If you chose the matrix, you get the Four of Swords, which is also otherworldly. So swords are about communication, air, kind of goes with the frequency of the day. But the four, these are like, what thoughts are we thinking? Innovating a new attitude, law of attracting those thoughts, a prime directive. That vibration is very high. You can see that this is a soldier. He's finding himself, he's resting in a church, a safe haven, a spiritual safe ground, I guess. That wouldn't be my church. However, he does feel safe from battle. He's regrouping his thoughts. He's taking time to restore his spirit along with his physical body before he faces his next battle. He's taking that breath and that pause I always talk about. But there's still battles to face. That's indicated by all of the swords. However, they are falling away in the opposite direction. It's otherworldly. So take a moment, take a break, take a pause, a breath break. Knowing you've faced all the challenges, you're becoming refreshed, you're becoming rejuvenated. Along with the benefits of the Emperor, this also can be seen in this message, in this card as well. But this is like providing a secure, stable environment, kind of a meditation state. I see breath work, breathing, air. But the soldier is gathering his thoughts, which is also the message, you know, bringing out the best possible efforts of a situation, seeing the good in the gooder, the light in the lighter, the brighter star. So this is a message kind of regrouping, even though your situation may be problematic, like Dilbert, but it's changing. You're not going to resolve it until you can take some time out, take that breath and that pause. Sometimes our mind overrules us, and we need to get into our own sacred space and cleanse our brain of those awkward thoughts, removing ourselves literally from a situation through meditation and finding our center, recharging our spiritual foundation, our acumen, that strength. That's when we bring our best efforts forward to the solution to solve the problem. We can instigate a solution. So just realize, be aware, because we are in the season of Virgo, of ignoring the problems by distracting ourselves. It's like, what are we distracting ourselves from? It's not about escapism. It's about a message to meditate, to call in and utilize our spiritual foundation, our spiritual hall of fame, if you will. So following the Four of Swords, if you chose the construction tools, the big bulldozer or whatever, the Page of Wands. This is fire, it's passion. And you can see there's this young man. He looks a little stiff, carrying his wand. I would call that, a scribe? No, it's in my brain. Beyond a wand, kind of a staff. There I am, a Merlin staff. So this is as if it were a new experience, but he wants to get everything just right. And the messaging, right? Even though he's careful, he's not nervous, he's not anxious, he's prepared for the moment. As much as possible, he's filled with confidence and courage. So this is a message that possibly you're ready to try something new. Maybe a new wardrobe, maybe something you've thought about for a long time. Maybe you've been studying, maybe you've been reading, but it's time to put those thoughts into action. You're prepared, so go ahead, take those next steps, baby steps. Just be aware of jumping into something that you possibly might not be ready for, because it is otherworldly. And if you haven't laid your foundation, the groundwork, you may be surprised by those unexpected events or situations, Uranus kind of frequency. So this can also indicate a message about your career or a project you're working on, a study that you're in a course of maybe, or something you're interested in. So things are changing, things are moving, but do take that breath and also that pause. And if you chose the computer board, our final message, the Two of Wands. Isn't this great? Also otherworldly. They all have been otherworldly messages from the universe, right? But the two is the moon. The moon is in Leo, creating sacred space around our emotions. They are online, which we are becoming aware of. So this is a message of possibly being at a fork in the road, a different pathway, facing a decision, a difficult one. It's outwardly, it's similar to the Fool, but unlike the Fool, you're conscious of the future because you really want to make the best choice. So it's similar to the High Priestess. There's guards, the guards between the pillars there. But here we're seeing a stag standing as the guardian of the gates, representing the will, our authentic will, self-esteem, solar plexus energy of the traveler, along with the sacral, actually. So the best choice is not made with logic. That's what the High Priestess kind of teaches us. It's through a deeper knowing that we may, it's hard to verbalize. So it's like being at a crossroads, but the choice, the path to take isn't clear. It's clear as mud, I guess. So in terms of logic, at least, because there are too many unknowns, but the wands really aren't about logic. They're about inspiration and courage. I don't know if you can see the little squirrel down there, but don't be like a little squirrel, distracted by every new thing. It kind of reminds me of Dory in Finding Nemo. Or the rabbit. Be the white rabbit. Don't be afraid to take a bold move. Follow your gut instincts, move ahead boldly, and be aware of stagnation. Wands are about action, but these have been all otherworldly. So a no inaction is also an action. So take the no response kind of action, take the breath and take the pause. As a reflector, I have to wait 30 days, the whole lunar cycle. But feelings, listen to your feelings, tune into your feelings, and also your gut intuition, that knowing. So with the cosmic soup, the main ingredient today being the moon, our sacral center is online. So it's colors of orange, a combo of yellows and reds, yellow, orange, red, orange, or just true, authentic orange, like an orange itself, an orange, oranges. The elemental realm, yin fire, the messages, the wands, and the swords. Thoughts become reality, kind of in a way, and emotions literally take form. So like water going from fluidity to an ice cube, changing shape, right? So visualize in your mind's eye the universal store, if you will, opening the door to the store of the universe. The element of earth and fire literally opening the door, and the universe has an elevated otherworldly plan. So put your inquiry, your message on your altar in the other dimension. The chalice is feeling it, and so is your gut. It's a knowingness. And give yourself a heartfelt galactic hugs induced by spirit, the streams of love. Heartfelt devotion, grace, right? Devoted to you. In our day to day reality, even hug a tree, thank a glass of water, be grateful, right? So our mind enters the season of harmonics, if you will, where our thoughts become aligned with the outcome of those things, harmony and balance, balancing the scales. The Vam channel, our sacral, and the Hari heart, the Yam channel, are online and fire, so the heat of our breath. So I would affirm that I am aware of my feelings and transforming them with spirit. It's like you're putting them on that universal altar. And when our feelings are disrupted, they may sometimes become baggage, a baggage of emotions. They create a disturbance in our emotional field, which, if not addressed, they manifest in our organ system. So emotions that come in today, really tune into them, listen to what they may be trying to express and validate them, shift them to a new way of being, coddle them if needed, and be sure with all that to join the Witcher's waitlist or join me for the monthly meditation circle. And with all of that, I will see you on the other side. Blessings and Ahhhh. As always, thanks for tuning in. Gracias.